Alright, we are still sticking with classifying quadrilaterals, but let's look at a figure, and let's classify it in as many ways as possible. So we have W, X, Y, and Z. So first of all, we know it's a quadrilateral, because it has four sides. Parallelogram, because we have two pairs of opposite sides that are parallel. And we can say that this is also a rectangle. Judged by, we don't know for sure, but it looks like we have right angles. Alright, let's look at example 3. Find the value of X and Y. So right here we are working with a kite. And we know it's a kite because we have adjacent sides that are congruent and the opposite sides are not congruent. So if we take a look at this problem, we know these two sides are congruent, which means that y minus 3 equals 6. So then if we solve for y, we can add 3 to both sides. Negative 3 plus 3 becomes 0. They cancel each other out, and 6 plus 3 is 9. So we know that y equals 9. So now let's look at finding x. We know that these two adjacent sides are congruent, so we have 2x plus 3 equals y plus 2. But since we already know what y is, we can plug in y and say it's 9. And 9 plus 2 is 11. So from here, we can subtract 3 to both sides. So 2x, 3 minus 3 becomes 0. They cancel each other out. And 11 minus 3 is 8. So our last step would be divide both sides by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Cancel out, x equals 4. So we found x and y, but now we have to find the lengths of each side. Well, since this side is 6, we know that this side also has to be 6. And we knew y was 9, so 9 plus 2 is 11, so this side has to be 11. And so does this side, because they are congruent. So we have 6, 6, 11, and 11. Alright, example 4. Isosceles trapezoid, so the isosceles trapezoid means our two legs are congruent, and it has A, B, C, D. So we have legs A, B, and C, D. So if we kind of draw a sketch of our isosceles trapezoid, legs A, B, we have a leg C, D. So A, C, and B, D are bases. We know that AB is 5y minus 10. BC is 6. Oop. Sorry, this should be C, and this is D. BC is 6y plus 2. CD is 2y plus 8. Now we need to find the value of y. So using this information, based on isosceles trapezoid, our two legs are congruent. So we can say that 5y minus 10 is equal to 2y plus 8. So now if we solve for y, we can add 10 to both sides. Negative 10 plus 10 is 0. They cancel each other out, so we are left with 5y equals 2y. 8 plus 10 is 18. So now to get our y's together, we want to subtract 2y to both sides. 5y minus 2y is 3y. Cancel out becomes 0, equals 18. So our last step would be to divide both sides by 3, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. Y equals 18 divided by 3, which is 6. So our answer is y equals 6. Alright, let's take a look at this last one. We are given 4 points, L, M, N, and P, and we want to determine the quadrilateral. So if we graph L at 0, 5, M is at 7, 0, N is at 0, negative 5, and P is at negative 7, 0. So if we connect our 4 points, we need to determine what kind of a quadrilateral we're working with. So if we take a look, we need to find the distance between our points. So if we take a look right here, we have a triangle. This distance from 0 to here is 5, and this distance is 7. So if you use the Pythagorean theorem, 5 squared plus 7 squared has to equal our hypotenuse squared. So 5 squared is 100, 7 squared is 49. So if we take 149 and square root it, we end up with 12.2. So that means this side length is 12.2. So let's find this one now. We know this length is 7. And we're taking a look at this triangle now. This length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So since we know it's the exact same, it has to be 12.2 as well. So if we take a look to find this side, this is a distance of 7 and 5. So since it has both the legs as 5 and 7 again, we know it's still 12.2. And same with this one. So looking at this figure, we have all 4 sides are congruent and 2 sets of sides are parallel. So this, we can say, is a rhombus.